What is up, my butter biscuits? Y'all, Forbes came out with their list of like the top 50 creators. They actually just came out with this today, so I thought it would be fun to actually talk about them. I'm not going to be talking about all 50 creators, but I am going to be talking about the ones that are centered around beauty, whether they be like a beauty influencer or maybe they've done like a makeup collab with some brand, something along those lines. Only because out of the 50 people, honestly, I probably only know like 25, and that's just like way too much to talk about. But some of these are very interesting, and you guys know I like to talk about these only because I'm like, I just get so like flabbergasted to know how much money people make. I do feel like a lot of things are wrong though, because I have seen before that people have come out and said like, oh, Forbes reported this and I don't have that much money. I don't know if they're trying to be humble or if it's just really inaccurate. I don't really know. But also I do know that I used to do a couple videos centered around Social Blade, and I know personally Social Blade is like way off, you know what I mean? Well, in the opposite direction, if you know what I mean. So I feel like it just really kind of depends, but it's still very interesting to know. I feel like Forbes should have their stuff together more so than Social Blade, you know what I mean? So that's what we're going to be talking about today, and I'm kind of like really tripped out to see some of the people on the list because I'm like, oh my gosh, they have made some bank. So if you guys are interested in hearing about that, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. Make sure you guys subscribe to my travel channel. I'm going to be uploading my very first travel vlog on Sunday, this coming Sunday. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it because I'm like super excited for that channel. Like I said before, it is going to be a little bit awkward in the beginning, okay? Because y'all know that like for the longest time, it's like my biggest fear filming in public. I just feel weird. And like the first couple of them are going to be a little bit awkward. However, I got more comfortable towards the end of it because I already have like 5 videos already filmed. So just letting you guys know. So anyways, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up and let's go ahead and get into it. So just to read this from Forbes right here, this is what they said on how they kind of like ranked it, because I was looking at just like the dollar amount and I was like, wait, this is so completely out of order. And then I was like, let me find like their reasoning for this. And then I found this. It says right here, to separate the wheat from the chaff, whatever that means, in an industry plagued by self-promotion and spam, we evaluated each creator across 3 categories: earnings, clout, and entrepreneurship. Earnings figures are for calendar 2021 and are Forbes estimates. So see right there, it's just kind of an estimate, but I mean, they can't be too far off, right? Clout measures not just the sheer number of followers, but also their engagement as indicated by likes, shares, and comments. For follower count, we summed followers across platforms. This count includes people who follow creators on multiple platforms. Finally, each creator was given an entrepreneur rank of between 1 and 3, rewarding people who founded companies, started investment shops, or otherwise structured deals in creative and lucrative ways. So just that way you guys know how they're kind of like ordering this. I'm kind of going out of order because like I said, I'm not going to be talking about all 50. I'm basically going to be going in order of, like I said, people who are either in the makeup space or who have done like a makeup collaboration. For example, I'm going to start this off with like the Demilios because they're on the list too, and I know that they've done like collaborations with like Morphe before. Just in case you guys are really curious though, I do want to let you guys know that the #1 spot is Mr. Beast. Like, of course, I feel like his videos get like an insane amount of engagement, and on top of that too, he has like die-hard fans. But I will say though, he puts a lot of effort into his videos. Like, his videos are like next level, so I totally get it. So just in case you guys are curious, they have him rated at number 1, and these are his 2021 earnings: $54 million. That is like an insane amount of money. Like, in my head though, I kind of feel like maybe he probably even made more, but he spends so much money obviously on his videos because I feel like he has just so many different, he has like a chocolate brand, a burger brand, and then his videos get like hundreds of millions of views. It's like insane. So it says that his total followers are 162 million. He has an average engagement of 5.99%, which I do want to say, so you guys are going to see within this list that the entrepreneurship, sorry, getting ahead of myself, the average engagement here that they have on here, it sounds really, really low, but you also have to figure in, like, say for example, if you have 100 million followers and then 5% of them engaging with your stuff, that's a lot of people, so just letting you guys know, some people's are like really, really low. And then he has his entrepreneurship score at level 3, which is like the highest. So that is Mr. Beast right there. Like I said, I'm not going to be reading every single one. I just want to keep on reiterating that if you guys are really interested in knowing the whole top 50, you guys can head on over to Forbes. It was just posted on September 6th, and yeah, that's it right here. I am going to be really reading Charli D'Amelio because she is actually number 2 on the list, and she has done like makeup collaborations before. I want to say with Morphe, I'm pretty sure. I feel like everyone has done a makeup collaboration. I'm kind of surprised that Mr. Beast hasn't done one by now. So anyways, they have Charli D'Amelio ranked at number 2, with her earnings at $17.5 million. With the Demilios, I know this is probably going to sound really shady, but honestly, still, that I've been on social media, I still don't understand why they're famous. Like, I just don't get it. I almost feel like they just hit like the like algorithm gods and like got lucky and won the lottery in that aspect, because I don't know. Maybe because I don't watch like their like reality show, or like I don't watch their TikToks. I just see their like awkward dances. I'm like, what? Like, how are you so famous? I genuinely don't get it. Like, and I know that sounds shady, but I don't mean it to be that way. I just don't understand why they're so famous, you know? So, anyways, it has her total follower account, or her total follower account at 203.7 million. That's just insane to me. With an average engagement of 2.16%. Her entrepreneurship score at level 3. So, I'm going to be moving on right here because the other Demilio sister, she's actually like ranked down on the list, but I'm just going to go ahead and read hers because hers was at number 2. So, let's go ahead and actually move forward with the first beauty, like the real beauty influencer, I guess we'd say, which is at number 6, which is Huda Kattan, and they have her 2021 earnings at $13 million. I definitely think that does have to be from social media platforms only, not from her businesses, because Huda Beauty is just such a massive brand, and I know that brand is making bank, and she had to have earned definitely way more than $13 million, which, do not get me wrong, 13 million is a whole lot of money, but I just know with her brand and the numbers that she pulls, especially being like, you know, so big on Instagram and YouTube, and on top of that too, her brand is like really sold heavily in Sephora all throughout the whole entire world. So I know she's made way more money than that. Also, it was like listed, I want to say maybe last year or the year prior, that her brand was a multi-billion-dollar brand. So I'm like, there's no way she only made 13 million. But that's what it says right here. But I am thinking that is just from social media. So it says that her total followers at 63 million. Her average engagement is at 2.17%. And her entrepreneur score is at a level 3, of course, because she obviously has so many different types of businesses. I really am genuinely curious to know like how much money she makes, like total. I'm talking about like through social media as well as her brand. Because I just feel like with Huda specifically, like it has to be so much. Like I bet you she's probably at least making probably like $15 million a month because her brand just does so well. And on top of that too, like I want to keep on reiterating, around the world, because there is a lot of brands that are not sold throughout the world. Her brand is like every country that I've been, like in Spain they sell her brand, Italy they sell her brand, I'm like in Japan they sell her brand, like literally everywhere that I've like went before they had her brand. So I want to say that's like making a whole lot of money. But yeah, she's ranked in at number 6. Once again, these are going to be out of order, just letting you guys know. Okay, and I probably should have done my research before doing this video, but you guys can let me know down in the comments below. I put Addison Rae on here. She's in at number 9. I think that she either has her own beauty brand or she's done a collaboration. I just feel like I've seen it somewhere, but I don't really know, you know, but I'm just sure it's out there somewhere. But Addison Rae, once again, she's in at number 9, and this is her 2021 earnings at 8.5 million. Her total followers at 133 million, and then she is getting an average engagement of 6.43%, which is really a lot. Like I know it sounds like a little bit like you think of like, oh my gosh, she's only getting 6% engagement, but you have to think of like, hello, 100 million followers, like that's a lot of engagement still. And then also her entrepreneur score is at 3, which is still pretty high. So she does have her businesses. The next up on the list right here, which is actually number 14, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, kind of tripped me out a little bit. They have Patrick Starr. And they have his 2021 earnings at $15 million. Now, you may be able to say, like, okay, maybe because of one size, maybe he did make that amount of money. But then once again, I want to say, how did Huda only make 13 million? Like, it just doesn't make sense because I know for a fact Huda Beauty is making way more money than Patrick Starr. So this one has me a little bit confused right here because I'm like, wait, how, once again, how is Huda at 13 million and Patrick Starr is at 15 million? Like, I don't know. It doesn't really make any sense to me. So obviously, this is just their estimate, but that one trips me out. So it has his total followers at $11.7 million. His average engagement is 0.38%. That one is actually really, really low, which I will be honest, like, I'm not even trying to be shady, but like, when I watch his video, I follow him on Instagram and on YouTube, and when I do see his engagement, it's pretty low. Like, I'm actually, I know, once again, this is gonna sound shady, but I'm just being honest. I'm actually surprised that, like, One Size Beauty does so well, only because his engagement is so low, because typically when a brand owner, when their engagement is, like, really, really high, then obviously they're going to be selling way more products, but One Size, to me, seems to be selling, like, really, really good. I keep on looking over here, because I actually have, like, my One Size spray right here. So it kind of trips me out that his engagement is so low, but I definitely do see how it could be 0.38% because I don't really see too much engagement on his post. And then they have his entrepreneurship score at a level 3. Next up on the list, only because I know that she has done one makeup collaboration. I want to say, was it like with Hip Dot, or did she come out with her own? We have Danielle Bregoli, Bad Baby. I just wanted to throw this on there because I was like, I know that she did something along the lines of like beauty related. Like, I just know it. They have her ranked in at number 16, and y'all, this just really tripped me out. Like, I knew she made money, especially when she started her OF. You know what OF stands for? I can't say it because then I'm gonna get like video demonetized. But y'all, they have her earnings in at 51 million. See, that's another thing that I wish they would have said. Like, is this their estimated earnings through all like every single outlet, like including OF, including YouTube, including like TikTok? Is it everything? Is it their brands? Like, I want to know, because how is she at $51 million? Like, I knew she made money, but $51 million. That is just such a trip to me. All from her saying "cash me outside." Like, can you imagine? Anyway, so they have her total followers at 29.9 million, and her average engagement is at 1.30%. Which, you know what? I want to say I've seen her on TikTok a couple times. She's popped up on my For You page, and I feel like she got like a lot of engagement. I mean, maybe it was just on the video that was on my For You page. I don't really know. They have her entrepreneurship score at 1. But I do want to say this though: if she is like making a lot of, because I read somewhere she's making bank off OF, I feel like that's a business within itself, right? Like, don't you think? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but it seems like she got a good business going on if she's making $51 million, y'all, within 2021. $51 million. Like, that just blows my mind, because I'm like, this girl has become so famous and so rich. And ranked in at number 26, we have Desi Perkins. This is another one, like, once again, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm just sounding types of shady. I don't know, but hopefully you guys can understand where I'm coming from. Like, it's just kind of a trip to me. I don't really ever hear anybody talk about Desi Perkins. I don't feel like her brand is that popular. I just don't really hear about Desi too much, to be honest. I feel like she is beautiful, she's gorgeous, and I feel like she's really talented too. But I just don't really hear about her that much. So they have her earnings in at $12 million for 2021. Her total followers at 8 million. Her average engagement at 1.51%, and her entrepreneur score at number 2. So I feel like, you know, she's kind of up there, but like, I don't know, it tripped me out because I didn't really picture her to like even really be on this list, if I'm being honest, only because I don't know, I don't really ever see too many people talk about her. And am I tripping? But like, it's been the longest time since I've even seen a YouTube video of hers. Maybe it just doesn't pop up on my like page. I don't really know. But yeah, that one I was just kind of like, wait, what? Desi's on here? Because I have read from Forbes before. I don't know if you guys remember, like 2 years ago, I did do like a top 10 highest beauty influencers from Forbes, and she wasn't on there. Then speaking of which, who I thought would be higher up, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, this just trips me out. We have Bretman Rock in at number 27, and they have his earnings at 6.1 million. So they have his total followers at 41.6 million, his average engagement at 3.86%, and his entrepreneurship score at number 2. I don't know why. I just feel like I know Desi has a brand, and that I know of. I don't think Bretman has a brand, but I just still feel like with his views and then with his sponsorships, and I see him on like Google ads now, like I just thought that he would be way more up there. Once again, I do know that this is an estimate, but I just thought their estimate would be higher of Bretman, because I feel like he pulls in really good numbers, especially from like YouTube and TikTok. Like, his TikTok is like, oh my gosh, he gets millions of views, which therefore he can obviously get like really high paid sponsorships. You know what I mean? So I thought it would be up there, especially more than Desi's. But once again, I don't know how they're ranking this. So in at number 34, once again, sorry to keep on reminding you, I am not going in order, just in case you guys are wondering, wait, you're skipping from 27 to 34, because I'm only sticking with the beauty people. So we have Bailey Sarian, which I do feel like makes sense. Honestly, she's probably pulling in millions of dollars per year for her AdSense, because if you guys don't watch Murder Mystery Makeup Monday, like, y'all, every single one of hers gets millions of views, which in AdSense, that's a lot of money. And on top of that too, she has a lot of good sponsorships with like Casetify, and like, I don't know, I've seen a couple other good sponsorships, so I know she's getting paid bank. So once again, she's in at number 34. They have a 2021 earnings of $9.5 million. She is making bank. Her total followers at 12.1 million. Her average engagement is 3.81%, and then her entrepreneurship score is at 1. Because yeah, to my understanding, I don't think that she has a brand. Like, maybe she will come out with a brand. Oh my god, I kind of feel like it would be fun if she did come out with a brand, to be honest. And actually, on the last on my list, like I said, once again, if you guys want to go check out the full list, you guys can go head over to Forbes and read all the 50 of them. But I'm going to stop right here, because after this, I didn't find any other beauty people. And I do apologize if I have missed some beauty people that are on the list, because I don't really know who has done a collab. I just went based upon my memory of it. So in at number 36, we have Michaela. I still do not know how to pronounce her last name. Michaela Nogiri. Yo, I feel like she is just like the beauty TikTok queen. Like, honestly, I feel like she should do YouTube videos, because she'd be making so much more money. Because I hear time and time again from TikTok that you don't really make a lot of money from any type of like payments there. You make the money through sponsorships. But like, say for example, like I saw this girl who, she was like, oh, just in case you guys are curious how much I got paid off of a 20 million viewed TikTok or whatever, and it was like $1,200. I was like, for 20 million views? If you get 20 million views on YouTube, you getting a big paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really surprised that she doesn't do YouTube. I feel like she'd make like way more. They have her 2021 earnings in at 2.4 million. Her total followers are 15.5 million. Y'all, I think that she has like the average engagement, like the highest. Her average engagement is at 12.15%, which I just want to say, like, TikTok just pushes her on through. When I actually very first heard of her, she had like 10 million followers. I had never seen her before. And I'm not kidding you. I started following her, and then I swear it must have been like a week later, and she was up like a whole nother million followers. I'm like, oh my gosh, like she just blows up on there. And then they have her entrepreneurship score at 2. And I think that's maybe because of her collaborations, because to my understanding, she doesn't have a brand. So I don't know why she'd be in at a 2. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, they had Bretman Rock at a 1. So I don't know. I don't know how they do this, y'all. I'm just reading it only because I find it so interesting, and a lot of these really kind of blew my mind because I was like, what? Anyways, y'all, that is it for this video. If you guys are interested in reading the full list, you guys can head over to Forbes. They actually just posted this on the 6th, depending upon when you're watching this video. If you guys are interested in checking that out, I recommend going to check it out if you guys are bored, because I'm reading through these and I'm like, oh my gosh. And on top of that too, if you guys do social media, I feel like it's like a time to dream. Like when you see these numbers, you're like, oh my god, like I can get there too. If these people can get there, then I can get there too. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.